Welcome back to the Learn Tech channel, where we try to learn something new every day. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about linking tables to each other, so just follow along. I'm going to pull up Notepad, just to give us a blank canvas to work on, so we can get the idea of how this works down first. Okay, so let's imagine that we have two tables here. We'll have one table here, and then we'll have another table right here. Okay, for this table, we will call this customer ID. Then over here, we will call this one orders. So this is our orders table and our customer ID table. So naturally, if this is our customer ID table, we will have data pertaining to that. So inside here, we should have a data field for customer ID. Same thing with orders. We should have data that pertains to the orders. Now to link tables together, there is a primary key and a foreign key. The main stipulation to primary keys is that they have to be unique and cannot repeat. So let's look at orders. Say we have order 1, 2, 3, and 4. It should continue onwards and never repeat. So you'll never have another 1 down here, 2, or any other number. It should keep going and never repeat. So this would be our primary key. Now, the same is true for customer ID. Say we have customer A, B, C, and D. All of these should be unique and they should not repeat, ever. Now, to link this table to another table, we need what is known as a foreign key. Now, these are not unique and they will repeat. So in the orders table, we would have, let's say, customer ID, because let's say customer B here placed an order. He was the very first one, so he got order 1. And then later on, he placed another order. So he has now got an order for 1 and 4. So he repeats. So this is known as a foreign key. So we can link our primary key here to our foreign key. And the same is true is if this customer ID table had orders in it. Now it may not, so you may not be able to link it that way. But if it does, we know this is the primary, and in this table, this should be our foreign key. So we would just link that. Okay, so we're just going to keep this simple and leave it here, but just know that you can link other tables to other tables that have already been linked to. So even though these have been linked together, you can also have another table over here that would link to orders, or even 2 or 3 more that links to your orders table. Now let's jump back into Crystal Report and we'll make us a simple database with only 2 tables, and we will link those tables together. So we'll click blank report. We'll click create new connection. Once again, we'll do an access database connection. Okay, now we'll open up our tables. And now we will move customers over there. And we will move orders. Now that we got that, we'll just go up here to links. Okay, so as we can see here, we have our customers table and we have our orders table. Now if you look right here, this is our primary key, just like in our example, customer ID, which also appears in orders. Now, This would be known as our foreign key, if you remember correctly. Another thing to know with these is you can move these around to make them fit any way you want and to organize them how you want. You can also expand them. When this little scroll bar goes away, you know that you've got all of them shown. So as you can see now, they're all shown. Close that back up. Now you can also pull it in, pull it away as you need. Now if we look here, this is where it's joined at. And if you look, it has just little circles there. This means it's not enforced. If we click on it, it will highlight blue. Now if we right click, we can hit delete link, reverse link, which I'll show you that in a minute, and remove all links. We'll go to link options. Now this is where you can really edit it. So you have join types, you have your inner join, which is your most common join. Then you have your left outer join, right outer join, and then under certain circumstances you can have a full outer join. Now by default, you have inner join and not enforced and equals to. On the enforced join, you have not enforced, enforced from, enforced to, and enforced both. Now link type, you have equals, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and then does not equal. Now if we hit enforced from, hit OK. Now you'll see our link change. Now you see this arrow right here, little black arrow. This is letting you know that it is enforced from here to here. It's like a one-to-many relationship. Now if we click on it again and right click, we can reverse this link. And as you can see now, it is enforced from this one up to this one. Go ahead and reverse that back. Now if we click on it, over here we have more options that pop up. So we have the ability to clear links. This will clear all the links. Delete link, this will delete just the ones we have highlighted. Link options, so that's where we were at earlier with the inner join and all that. And then we have index legend. Now the index legend will let you know linking to a table on one of its index fields is faster. So first index, second index, third index. As you can see here, this customer ID has a yellow and a blue. So it's second index and third index. And then you have city down here, which is this yellow. Now if we go back to data and we go to order details, we'll move that over there. We'll go back to links. Now, like I said, we can move this around to make it make sense. In this case, we want to move orders to the middle. This way we can actually see it in a nice flow. Because we could put it anywhere we want, it doesn't affect it at all, other than readability, which you do want to stay nice and neat when working with all this. It just really helps out in the long run, and it's good practice for the future. Now then, you can also see that we have our primary key here and our foreign key here. And as you can see, it is already linked. Now that's one great thing about Crystal Reports, is most of the time it will be able to automatically smart link it for you, cutting out a lot of your work. But now say we bring in something that it doesn't know. If we go to USA customer orders, we move that over there. It'll give us this warning: unable to smart link unlinkable tables or unlinked tables. Foreign key relationships may not be present for the tables, or the database driver may not support the retrieval of this information. Would you like to try smart linking using field names instead? We hit yes. Now it's linking all these tables by name instead of by key, which is okay in some circumstances. But for this, we're going to remove it. Go back. Now at any point, you can always get back to this menu, so don't worry about that. So say we left, and now we want to get back. All we have to do is go right up here to Database Expert. Click it. It'll bring us right back in. Go back to links. Once again, we can edit it how we see fit. Maybe you did a join incorrectly or link data improperly. You can go over here and hit clear links, and this will remove all the links shown. It'll ask you, are you sure you want to remove all these links? Yes. Now to re-link them, we'll just grab it with our left mouse click and holding it, we will drop it right on top. Same with this one. And this should give you the basics to this. One last thing is later on I will show you about the inner join and left outer join and right outer join. I'll try to make a video on all this. But if you did find this video helpful, please consider subscribing if you're not a subscriber. Also leave a like and comment. It helps the channel a lot. Thank you.